What is up? Peter is back at it again with another podcast. And today, a lot of you can relate sa topic na akong gi-prepare sa inyo ha. And it's about being single and why you're one. Stay tuned and enjoy the show. So, kumusta? So, before I proceed sa atong topic, no, I just want to thank everyone for listening sa ato ang first episode. And I'm very grateful to all of you supporting me for our first episode. And I hope that you got something out of it. And I really appreciate you listening to my podcast. So, our topic for today is about being single. If pangutan-on nato no mangutan na tag random people mana sila nga walay nanguyab walay nanguyab or unsa pa or uban mo na nga strong independent woman or man daw sila. Actually, the reason why most of us are single is dili pa sila ready. Sana all dili ready. So there are 44% of Filipinos are single. That includes individual 10 years old and above. And that includes us or sa katong mga naminaw karon nga single. So naamo ana sa 44% including me. Nasud sa day ko ana no because karon wala sa. So before ko mo proceed, I just want to tell everyone, if this is your first time meeting me, I'm Peter, and if you haven't heard about our first episode yet, please listen to it. I will drop the link in the description below, or I will create a card above. Just click it, and it will redirect to the first episode. So we actually talked about sa katong gusto makahibaw no, we have talked about self-pace, self-worth, insecurities, and success atong episode no. So it was about 30 minutes or more. So mo to, and please listen to it because there are a lot of takeaways from it nga makuha ninyo, especially sa kadtong mga sa sitwasyon nato karon no, and especially sa kadtong mga estudyante nga murag feeling nila way kahumanan ang ilang pag-eskwela. Mga estudyante nga grabe ang insecurity sa uban, especially katong mga na left behind because of mga nahagbong or whatsoever, and makita nila nga nanay mga achievements ang ilahang mga kabatch nga naunhan sila. So listen to it guys, and you'll realize the importance of waiting because just listen to it. Dito rin yung makita tanan. So kumusta man mo? Okay ra? So today we are gonna discuss as to why a lot of us are single. So ano day? Sa akong giyon ganiha tungod kay way nang uyab. Di sad siguro. Or wa kay nagustuhan, grabe sad. Di sad siguro no. Or batik kag daw, grabe sa doy. Di sad. And or maybe if babae ka, pilian ka, or if bisan laki gani, pilian, di ba? And kuan. So actually according sa unsa gito ni nga website check sa nako I will not base it on experience. So I will actually rely on the website na akong na-research, no? Because I cannot give you from experience because I'm not that experienced in terms of love life, no? What I'm gonna share to you today is from katong actually from Psychology Today man siguro. Let me check. And yes, it is from Psychology Today. So dire makita nato na ilang title is 8 reasons you might still be single, or 8 reasons why you are single. So I know each one of us nga naminaw karon including me natay different reasons as to why we decided to become single. One of the reason is that we are not ready yet. Especially kanang mga babae no, potan-on nimo, "Day, pwede manguyab?" "Di pa ko ready." Mga ano, "Di pa ko ready baya." Nya, himan-himan, after few months, ana nga pong hitabo, nanay uyab. Nasa ba no mo, ana nga, mm, paitan mo, ana ko, "Jay, um, ganahan kay ko nimo. Unsa man, okay ra nimo if manguyab ko?" Sure ko, wala na. Ay, especially no, if kuan, dili kayo hitsaraan ang nawayab, ana na. Ay, kuan ra ba? Di pa ra ba pwede kay strict strict akong parents. Ahak. Tara. Bitaw no, na nga na. And dili ra na buhat-buhat ako ano based sa akong mga na observe sa especially sa kanang mga friends na ako nga palauyab pala kasi nga na ng hilig manguyab no nga mo na kasagaran especially if kanang ma-reject sila ang madungga dyan akong reason is dili pa sila ready it's either dili pa sila ready, focus lang sila sa studies, or strict ilang parents. Yeah, after pila ka months makita nimo nga na siya uyab. And sa mga single day karon no, hayahay kay mo, bugnaw kay inyong Pasko. Bitaw kanang kuan okay ra na siya. Daghan ta 44% ta sa population sa Philippines nga single. Wala ka nag-inusara. So karon, ako i-share sa inyo ang 8 ba ni? Basta na reasons as to why people decide to remain single for a long time. So first reason is defenses. Unsa man ning defenses if you ask me? So according sa website, uh, defenses is defending yourself from being hurt. Wala gi kuan diri no, wala gi sultin ing ana exact nga wordings but as I read it gabi so nag-review ko na gabi marag ingana ang thought ba nga ang tao ganahan siya nga single siya because to defend himself to be hurt again. Kaya nga naman because na-experience na niya before. And maybe it was very tragic and traumatic sa iya to cause nga kumrag mahadlok na siya to commit into another relationship because what happened from the past might happen if ever musud na siya ana nga or musud siya bag-o nga relationship mo na actually makuha nato no makuha especially if ang atong past relationships are very traumatic anang nag-involve og magpasakit sa imuha or gibiyaan ba karon sa way rason or nag-cheat sa imuha ingana ang mga instances nga makapa kuano makapa-decide sa usa ka tawo nga after ana nga breakup enough na and kuan murag mo insist siya nga dili lang sa kay because they are afraid for it to happen again. Okay, so mo na first reason as to why people choose to become single na lang instead of kuan mo commit sa relationship. Although daan na sila yung mga naganahan, but then it saddens me to think nga dili sila mo especially sa mga babae no dili na sila mohatag og motibo because naay rason kung nganong maka-feel sila nga mahadlok sila to commit to another relationship and one is that traumatic ilham past mo na boys Especially, uh, I always remind myself nga if ever mo sod mo or mo sod ko og relationship, make sure nga kuan you have to be ready, and dili kay sud lang mo kay tungod ganahan na mo or mo'y trending nga ay si akong mga kauban nanay uyab, akong si kuan nanay gwapa kay uyab, so ako mangita na sad ko, and ako sa ako kamigo ang iyang uyab mo itig kuan mo itig buhat siyang assignment. mangita sa ko mangita sa ko uyab kay tapulan tapulan mo ko. Oh, so nga na boys, if mosod mo relationship, make sure na you really love the person, not just because the society tells you to do so. Kay uban man gud maong musod sa relationship kay murag ma-pressure sila ba nga mga nakita niya sa ilang palibot is kasagaran na ni mga uyab, and bro ma-feel niya nga unsa may nakalak sa ako ang anong wala mo ko uyab. That is why mo commit na lang sila into a relationship even though dili nila love ang person, because na pressure sila sa ilang surroundings. Okay, so mo na first nga kung ano man first nga reason as to why mo decide ang tao nga mo pabili lang sa nga single. So next is unhealthy attractions. So especially no sa kato akong giingon ganiha nga kuan nga mga traumatic experiences, it could actually lead to unhealthy attractions. Unsa man siyang unhealthy attractions? Sobraan mo ka mapilian manggug ka, and you'll end up with someone nga you thought nga mauna na siya or mauna siya ang tao nga dili mo pasakit sa imuha, like what the other guy did sa imong last nga relationship, just to know or to realize nga the same ra gihapon ang batasan sa kana nga imong napili, and na-attract ka because you thought nga that's already the person that would love you for who you are and would value you as you. But then you're wrong. So next is fear of intimacy. Unsa naman ni maglisod naman tag sabot bitaw. Fear of intimacy, according sa akong na research, is that it is generally a social phobia and anxiety disorder resulting in difficulty forming a close relationship with another person. So kuan din siya murag mental problem na siya or social phobia nga kuan nga mahadlok ang usa ka tawo og close relationship into another person. It it still comes down with traumatic experience among past, no? Kay nganong mahadlok man ka if you've never experienced something bad before. So it always comes down to that scenario, no, nga na trauma ka sa imong last nga relationship. And actually murag sa kani pa lang sa ikatulo pa lang kung ano nga reason as to why we remain single, makita na nako nga ang iyang main reason jud nga no kay tungod sa atong past experiences. So dire pa lang dapat pwede na kita dili mo continue, no, kay murag nakita na nato ang path sa ato ang storya karon. But anyway, ipo-proceed lang ta. Let's dig down sa mga reasons nga remaining reasons, no. And next is pickiness, pagkapilian. Actually na ako'y duha ka tita or aunties nga sa ato apa sa ato ang language is sa atong dialect is tiguang daga, no. And I really wonder why. And niya na akong mama nga pilian daw ngang mao daw sila ng tiguang daga is pilian. So actually that's one of the reason nga nung ang usa ka tawo is single because they choose the person that nga ilahang mauban. It's not actually bad, but in some cases, especially sa katong mga tao no nga grabe kay makadagpili nga dili ra sad murag unjustifiable ra kaayo nga kuan kani akong gusto kay mao ni akong status dapat ang akong pilion is same status ra sad sa ako which is actually dili bad but gusto ko kaingon nga sakto para na ako di ko kaingon nga sakto kay what if magkagusto ka sa usa ka tawo nga dili ka pareha og status sa imuha but you still choose not to commit into that relationship because of your standards. You're setting a very high standards sa imong self. And sa imong kapilian, wala na hino-enjoy moabot sa imuha. And na may moabot nga opportunities but imo siyang i-disregard kay lagi naa kay standard nga giset. And eventually through time sa kapilian nimo moabot na lang ang time nga wala na jud. So 'di ba actually naay mga cons, pros and cons in being picky sa pagkapilian. That is why it is your job as an individual to assess as to how could you set your standards nga dili maapektuhan or walay negative effects sa imuha. Okay? So next is low esteem. Yes, people, ang walay kumpiyansa sa kaugalingon kay especially that's one of the reason why people remain single. And that's actually the case sa ako. Bitaw, that's the case sa ako. Low akong self-esteem and especially speaking to crowd or speaking to other people and especially sa girls kay na low jud kog self-esteem when in terms of that kanang pag-atubang og ubang tao. Mao sa nay rason nga ako aning gi-create nga podcast for me to be able to build that self-confidence because gikan pa pagka gamay pa no pagkabata pa nako kuan na jud makayon ko low jud kog self-esteem nya antud karon nadana na ako nga attitude or nga characteristic. That is why I'm slowly climbing padung taas because I know nga this will not give me any positive effect. So it is also the reason nga nung a lot of us kay walay uyab no or single, especially me. I like to make sure nga ang next na ko nga relationship is worth it. Kay it's it's really difficult to invest your feelings to someone and eventually after pila ra ka months magabuwag ra mo. It's very difficult mo ana mo nga kuan lisod kayo invest og kuano og panahon or lisod kayo nga magbuwag nga dugay na kayo mo. Actually it's the same as to kanang kuan investing your emotions nga kadali ra kay mo murag ay gihahak may pagwa di ba kay kapoy lang bro na realize na nako nga I have to be kuan sa I have to be confident and I have to build my self-esteem before I will commit to another relationship. Mao sa na akong na realize and also to be para ma-sure sad nako nga my next relationship would be or would possibly be the last. Mao sa na kuan sa na ako, goal mo na a year and a half na ako nga single karon. That is why Actually, nakahuna-huna sa ko nga topic because somehow makarelate sad ko. Gamay, makarelate gamay. So, yeah, mo na. Fifth reason is low self-esteem. And to kuan that, para to solve that problem, you have to face it. You have to face a lot of people. You have to socialize. And also, you have to improve yourself. Because how can you redeem your self confidence if you remain the same as before? So you have to somehow improve yourself to be able to cope up with the feeling that you have right now, which is low self-esteem. So ang buhaton nimo is if unsay mga insecurities nimo, you have to assess as to how to fill in the gap. If for example, insecurities nimo kay di ka gwapo, wala tay mabuhat. Wala tay mabuhat ana. So what you can do is to kuan na lang. Pwede ba karon mag-gym or mag bodybuild ka or find something or passion nga could attract girls or unsa ba, kuan ba na necessary ba na or basta ka nang magnita kag hobby or passion nga would improve yourself. Kuan ba karon mo, kuan ba karon, kuan guitar lessons or if na potential imong tingog imuhang voice kuan baron nimo imuha baron siyang purso niya mag kuan ka singing lesson ka or if basta anything nga makaingon kag nakay potential ana nga butang, pursue it. It would actually help you build your self-esteem. Okay, so next is kuan, fear of competition. This is actually related ra sa low self-esteem, no? Kay if mayroon kag nakay fear of competition, it actually boils down as into kuan sa low self-esteem because you think you cannot compete with someone because of this, because of that. And that's actually the reason nganong low ka og self-esteem because of that thinking you lack on this thing, di ka kabuhat ani or ingana. So bali related ra gina siya sa low self-esteem or fear of competition because you know nga you cannot beat someone, especially if kana nga girl or kana nga guy is daghang ga alirong or daghang ga kukod. So instead of murag instead of pursuing that person, mo kuan lang ka, step back na lang ka because you know wala kay chance. Okay, so manay actually meaning anong fear of competition. So next is isolation and routine. Saan eh? So with age, people tend to retreat farther and farther into their comfort zones. Okay, so modern women are more and more successful, accomplished, and self-sufficient, which are all extremely positive developments. Yet, as both men and women get more comfortable, be it financially or practically, it is also easier for them to form a bubble from which it is difficult to emerge. Oh, okay. Yeah, kasabot ako. So, bali, through as time passes, manggod, magka-improve man ta. And our achievements and our ang mga na-achieve nato sa atong kagalingon, murag mag-form na siya og sa gingon pa bubble. Di ba kabantay mo na bubble buwa nga ma-enclose na siya murag ma-enclose ka na nga bubble and that enclosure is built sa katong mga achievements nimo and it is very hard to go through that bubble because murag naka-establish na siya. So bali you're isolating yourself from other people of fear of kuan kanang basin ma guba nila ang kung unsa may imong kung ano gipaningkamutan. So mo din ni ang pasabot aning isolation and routine. So it can feel harder to take risks or put themselves out there. Lisod na kayo ihawa because na-establish man nimo ang fundamentals ana nga characteristics imong kaugalingon good. So after a long day's work, many of us may feel more like putting on pajamas and crawling into bed than going out into the uncertain and anxiety-provoking world of meeting people, especially when you're doing a lot of things and it would actually drain you. That is why after work or after class, or if estudyante ba karon after class, or if working individual na ka, after work nimo dili na kaganahan mo socialize or mo go out because you're already isolated in your own bubble that you have created, and you're actually afraid of socializing because you're afraid to be close to them, or kanang murag mahadlok ka nga maganahan kanila because you think that there's a tendency or there is a possibility that that person could destroy all of the efforts that you did para makuha imong mga achievements. So yeah, it makes sense na kani nga reason, isolation and routine. Okay, so let's proceed to the last one, which is the rule making. So as the years pass, we often develop rule books for ourselves regarding dating. So it's very true, no? Especially katong mga expert na diha, no? So nana na sila yung mga rules, and that is assessed through the experiences that they've gone through already. So in effect, we put what we have learned down on paper, but what looks good on paper doesn't always work in real life. Yes, very true. Uh, na jud na, no, especially kanang mag-set ka og standards and you think nga ang imong gipang set nga standards are very on point, but then if dadunan nimo siya sa tinuod nga kinabuhi, no, it really doesn't make sense kay murag it's very different. The things that you wrote on paper is would actually look very different on real situations. Mo na nga uh, this is actually one of the reason nga nung single ta rule making. So it's important not to make fixed rules or to buy into other people's rules when it comes to dating. Yeah. Oh, okay. So namgoy uban, no, nga they set standards for themselves because they thought or they think nga that's what would take them into the ideal relationship in the future, which is dili ta makaingon ana because we do not know asa ta dadun sa hangin, no, kay ang uban mong good they are always thinking nga setting standards would give them guarantee nga ang next nila nga relationship kay nindot or worth it. Okay? Actually, okay raman siya but um ayaw lang murag palabi eh. Okay, so nakakita ko sa Google, no, nga there are 9 reasons staying single for a long time will boost your next relationship. So ako lang dili na ako siya i-dig down, no, or i-dig deeper. I will just read it to you na lang para nasad mo yung idea kay dili tanan dili tanan nga kuan is bati, or dili kay abi dugay ka na single is bati na siya. So nasa din na siya mga kuan pros. So ang first nga reason nga for staying single for a long time will boost your next relationship is you're able to establish new standards. Okay, because being single can sometimes make it easier to be more picky and to set clear standards for yourself. This allows you to be able to learn what you really want in a partner and to identify that person when they come along. Okay, so next is you are mentally stronger. Being single gives you a level of independence. This boosts your mental strength and your willingness to cope with challenges. You don't fuss about the small stuff because you're able to see these things in a different light, in a different manner, and allowing you to become a person more capable of thriving in a relationship. Okay, so especially no kung you're sa previous mo relationship kay murag challenging kayo, murag kuan, murag disod kayo. So that is why kuan being single for a long time would actually prepare you for the next relationship. So third is you have more confidence. So being single definitely helps you to feel more secure in certain aspects of your life. Because of your confidence, you don't enter a new relationship because you are insecure or feel inferior. Rather, you do so because you seek someone who will complement your life. You have your self esteem in check, and as such, you are able to deal effectively with anything that might harm your self confidence. Okay. So, sa gingon dire, being single for a long time will give you more confidence because you're able to assess for that period of time na single ka, you're able to assess your values and maybe kana nga time nga single ka, you have done the things nga dili nimo mabuhat as being with someone, no? Helping you yourself to grow and to find the path that is intended for you. So yeah, you have more confidence. That's the third reason. Next is you have something to offer your partner. Yes, just by reading this this phrase, I can actually say nga kuan, you have something to offer to your partner because you have invested for yourself for that period of time. You have given yourself time to grow. It's actually related to number three. You have given yourself a time to grow. You have watered yourself for that period of time. You have nurtured yourself. And that is why you have a lot of things to give or to offer to your partner by the time he or she comes. Does it make sense? Because you cannot give something na wala ka, that you don't have. That is why you need to acquire a lot of, if you want to give love to your partner, you have to give love for yourself first. If you want to unsa ba? If you want to give, or if you want to give or take care of your partner, you have to take care of yourself first for you to be able to assess or to experience of being taken care of, and for you to be able to take care of other people as well. So now next is you are not afraid to take risks. Due to being single, you're often willing to try out many new things, and this can lead you to develop a more holistic outlook in life. So being single would actually make you try new things, as what the article says. Because actually, if wala naman kay ko wala kay murag, if you try this, wala may mawala, ma-feel wala mawala because uh you have been this lonely for a long time, why not try something that would give you something positive in return? So that is why you are taking risk, because you are actually seeking for something that you don't have, and that would make you take risk. Okay, so next is you can trust yourself. This is actually related as well on number 3. But whether your partner is looking for this quality or not, through being single for a long time, you have become more trusting. You can trust yourself to make major decisions while also allowing a partner to offer their opinions and or support. You are not fickle or indecisive when making decisions about a range of matters. Because of this, you have been able to develop opinions and perspectives that can strengthen a relationship. So you can trust yourself. Nga naman daw na. Actually, I've said no, nga, it is related to number 3. It's merely because number 3 is have more confidence. That that would actually uh, give or for you to give trust to yourself, because you know that you can do anything that you want, because you're confident enough to trust yourself, and you know that whatever you do, or whatever you do would give you a positive outcome, and it would also affect your relationship towards other people, because it would also attract other people, because di ba, ganahan ta og tao nga confident, and trusting yourself would actually attract other people, especially the one nga ganahan ka. Mo na, you have to build your self confidence first, before especially if you have been single for a long time. Build your confidence first before you will enter to another relationship. Okay, so next, you know what you deserve. Yes, you can ask for the things that matter to you in your relationship. You're not silent or passive aggressive. If you want better, sabi di ko ni basahon. You can ask for it. If you want better communication, you can ask for it. You are not there to be taken for granted. Rather, you make sure that you are valued in the relationship. Okay, so next is, you know the hidden elements in a relationship. Being single expose you to what is necessary in your world. Especially sa katong mga tao nga observant kayo sa iyang surroundings. You'd actually know the hidden elements in a relationship if you're that kind of person. Nga kanang, dili sa ingon chismosa ha. Kanang kuan mo ra, observant kay ka ba? Keen kay ka, nga observant sa imong palibot. So next is, you don't have any limitations. While some people may feel trapped by an obligation to pursue marriage or a serious long term relationship, this is not the case for you. You have stayed single for so long that you can now navigate almost any obstacle or sharp corner with confidence. Yes, especially as what I've said earlier, nga, you already have felt very lonely for a long time. It's actually time for you to take risk, and limitation is not on your vocabulary, because you're very eager to find someone that would have interest on you. That is why limitations, no more. Wag ta na siya. Kay you're actually very eager to take risk to get the love that you've always wanted, to get someone's attention. So yeah, I think muna siya yung last no, muna siya yung last reason staying single for a long time will boost your next relationship. So before we end, I just want to tell all of you na being single is not a bad thing. And especially to those people that na mga bati nga past, no? Uh, na ka-experience og traumatic past sa ilang ex. It's actually not bad to stay single for a long time. Take your time and redeem yourself, because at the end of the day, it's either you overcome those things or it will eat you alive. So be strong, and I know that there's someone that is intended for you, that is destined for you, and you just have to not actually wait, but kuan, but to attract it, not just wait for it. Attract that person and build yourself, build your confidence, socialize if possible. And but karon actually murag lisod pa na ano kana socialize nga thing, maybe Facebook, but lahi ra jud if face to face nga pag socialize. But yeah, you can do it, and I know that someday you will find someone that would accept you for who you are, that would not hurt you, that would give value to whatever you do, and to support you for the things that you want in life. So stay strong and God bless. See you on the next episode.